So what's most important? Is it your appearance or is it your health? Today we're going to talk about working out for your appearance or working out for your health, or how can we say this in a better way? Working out more for your health than just for your appearance. Mark Turner, TurnerFitness.com. Want to make sure I come into the subject. If you like the content that you hear today, I want you to like, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you share this information with somebody that you really concerned about when it comes to their health. So let's go. Let's talk about the values that have been put on you your whole life. I'm black, so most cultures would think with black people we were raised on pig feet and chitlins and grits and all this other crazy stuff, where that's not necessarily the case, where my grandparents and my great-grandparents grew up in a different era where they were raised to eat, they live on farms. So they had farm life, they ate fresh foods, they actually slaughtered their own animals. Back then, the food was more healthier because there was not a lot of chemicals added, no preservatives, such things like that. So basically, they thought like bears. So in the wintertime, they ate, they prepared themselves for winter by preparing in the off seasons to get through the winter. And the way they did this was by basically growing their own vegetables, raising animals, storing after they did what they had to do to the animals. They stored the animals in what we call smokehouses. The actual product, sausage, bacon, stuff like that. That's the value system I was brought up in, but as I grew up and started learning more about health and wellness, what eventually happened was I started to change the way I perceive food, and on top of that, at a young age, it was instilled in me from my father's parents about health and wellness, about working out to stay in shape. Now, we live in the 21st century now, okay? It's a little bit different when we talk about health and wellness when it comes to your appearance, because it's not necessarily the case when it comes to appearance why we work out. Let's talk about that right now when it talks about appearance. Listen, not everybody wants to look a certain way, and that's not the case. That's not necessarily the case for you not working out. What you need to understand is this: you're working out for your health, not for an appearance. Some people will work out for the appearance. My goal, again, as a trainer, is to help you understand the values that come from you being in great health. And they say get you in shape, because a lot of people, now this is something I realized over the last year, a lot of people were not working out for appearance. A lot of people, they say, I want to get in shape. We have to understand what that really means when they say they want to get in shape. What I figured out was this: let's think about you being at your best health. It could be something as simple as losing maybe 10 pounds. If 10 pounds is going to help you get back to a better health, that's great. You may love the way your body looks. Let me give you an example. With black women, a lot of black women want to be curvy. They get it in their minds that if they lose too much weight, they're going to lose their curves. That's not necessarily true. It really depends on what your goals are. So let's say you weigh 300 pounds, and I'm giving you an example, just a hypothetical example. If you weigh 300 pounds, you went to the doctor, and the doctor just told you that you need to lose about 10 to 15 pounds, or you're going to be at risk of hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes, or having a stroke, or even worse, heart attack and dying. That's a different type of motivation. That's a true health risk that you have to fix. It needs to be done. You may not have the guidance, and that's where people like myself and other trainers across the world are here to help you. I know what it takes to get to those certain levels. I've actually put myself through a situation where I actually gained weight, but my weight gain was a little bit different because I had an actual goal. I had an appearance goal. My goal at the time, I was weighing about 185, and I wanted to get up to about 230, 245. It took me about a year or two to get to the goal. The problem was when I reached that 245, now mind you, my body fat was very low. I think I was around 5 to 8% of my body fat. That's not safe, and it's not easy to maintain. So eventually when I hit the goal, I was happy to hit the goal, but I was even happier to get the weight back off because it caused a lot of issues, health issues for me, joint problems. I had a lot of sleeping issues. I was eating a lot more calories because I was burning them faster, but that was my particular goal. Now, in other cases, there may be people that say, hey, I want to do these type of things. I want to lose 10 pounds because I want to get into my skinny jeans, or they want to get in some type of, they want to be at a wedding, or they want to go somewhere and they want to look good for their next vacation. Those type of cases are understandable. Those are short-term goals, okay? Now, mind you, with those short-term goals, we don't want to get you in a position where you're doing yo-yo dieting. I don't like diets particularly. I just like to talk about changing your nutritional intake. That's the best way of starting the process of losing weight. If that's your goal, is just to lose a certain amount of poundage. Now, when it comes to your appearance, to change your appearance, that may be saying that, okay, I want to take my body mass index down from 38% down to 22%. This is a long-term goal that you have to really set your mind to. You have to have a real plan, a nutritional plan. I mean, anything you're doing, you need to worry about your nutrition, because it doesn't make sense for me to try to train a person and they're going to continue to eat bad, okay? Regardless of what the goal is, you have to know the difference between working out for your appearance and working out for health. Most people that work out for their appearance are usually in some type of shape already. They're already in good health. They just want to transform themselves. And I have a lot of people that approach me and say, hey, I want to do bodybuilding, or I want to build my biceps up, or I want to get that 6-pack of abs or that 8-pack of abs, or whatever it is they want to do. Now, when they ask me those questions, that's great. You got a client right now, Miss Kim. Y'all see her in one of the videos when I post up. Matter of fact, I will have that video at the end of this video. And her goal really is to just to get her abs right and to improve her leg, the strength of her muscles and her legs. She wants bigger legs. So this process for her is going to take a little bit more time, because we're not just we are focusing on those areas she wants to. But as a trainer and as a corrective exercise specialist, my job is to make sure we're doing this in the right way. So if I see there's something wrong when we're doing the workouts, and there might be some kind of issue in her back, which that we found out recently was the issue in her back, we need to fix those problems before we move forward into the training. So I may have to take her back into what we call a corrective exercise continuum. Whole nother video, we'll talk about that later. Not to hold you up too much longer, I want to definitely hit this the right way. So let's think about these 3 things. I want to talk about the 3 things we just talked about. And I know I might not have put that in a particular order, but all this stuff comes into play. We got to talk about your culture, okay? You got to know what your real goals are. What is it that you're trying to do? Are you losing weight? Are you trying to be in shape for appearance wise? Or are you trying to lose weight for your health? You're losing weight for your health, because you have to really decipher between which one of those things you're doing, okay? Then you got to have cultural awareness. That comes into play when it comes to me as a trainer, having cultural awareness of you. I have to know exactly what's going on with you. How were you raised? I'm not going to ask you that stuff directly, but my goal is not to judge you. I don't judge anybody about their appearance. When a person approaches me as a trainer about their goals, their concerns, my goal is to evaluate this situation, find out what's the best approach to take on this situation and to help that person achieve those goals. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. But listen, if you like this information, and I hope you do, and I hope you got some value out of this, and if you have any concerns, comments, please leave your comments below in the video. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video, because I definitely want to get more information and more input from you as the consumer or as the viewer, to give me more subjects we can talk about. One of the new subjects I'm going to talk about later, and I know I'm getting off subject, but I definitely want to talk about these subjects, is we want to talk about pronation distortion syndrome, we want to talk about upper cross syndrome, we want to talk about lower cross syndrome, and how we repair these particular issues when it comes to your muscular structure and your overall kinetic chain. But listen, like I said, once again, markturnerturnedtofitness.com. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this information. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Give me suggestions on new videos that you may want to see in the future. And listen, always remember this: stay motivated, stay dedicated, stay committed, be self-aware, know what your goals are, and always remember, stay turned up all the time.
She love how my style is so tight and official. Tight and official, I bust her with missile. I bust her, she dish you. You cuff her, I give her dismissal. You tell her you love her, she don't even miss you. You wasting your time, who wanna